how do I rebuild trust with loved ones? So rebuilding trust with loved ones. And, I've seen this happen where people, they get sober and then like a couple weeks later, they're ready to start making amends to people. And they don't understand why people still don't trust them. And specifically loved ones. People are, I've heard this happen. I've seen this happen so many times. It's like, oh man, I'm sober. I'm sober now. I've been sober for 30 days and, I'm trying to make my amends and their loved ones want nothing to do with them. And so for me, my experience and what happened for me is I get sober. I work with a sponsor. I'm going to meetings. I'm working the steps. I'm doing the next right thing. I'm living an honest life. I'm living the principles in all my affairs. It takes time. Like it takes time. And rebuilding trust takes time because like for me, I drank and used from, like 19 up to 35. But you know what? Before I started drinking and used, actually I started drinking at 13 years old. But even before that, I still like even pre 13 years old, pre-drinking, I was stealing candy from the liquor store. I was stealing water balloons. I was throwing eggs at cars as they were driving by. I was terrible. I was terrible. So the line cheating and stealing started at a very young age. And then I get sober at 35 years old. And now I think that all of a sudden everybody is going to trust me. And that's just not how it works. Like I drank and used for so long. I was lying, cheating, and stealing for so long. And that's the story. That's the same story for most alcoholics and drug addicts. You lied, cheated, and stole for most of your life. And so you get sober and then in 30, 60, 90 days, you think that everybody is going to trust you. And my experience is that that's just not the case. And I think that's one of the reasons why going through the steps, you don't start making amends until you get to step 9. You do step 1, 2, 3, and some time goes by. And then step 4, you do your inventory. Where was I wrong? And then 5, 6, 7, 8. And then when you get to step 9, it's been some time. I mean, for me, I didn't start making my 9th step amends until I was like 9 months sober. So 9 months, 9, 10, 11, 12. So by the time I'm a year sober, I'm making all of my amends, and I've been sober, living a sober life and doing the next right thing for some time. And when people see you living a sober life, making it through hard times. I mean, I would even say, 1 year is a good gauge because 1 year you go through 4 seasons of life, seasons in the year, birthdays, holidays, New Year's Eve, Halloween, July 4th, the drinking, St. Patty's Day, all the drinking holidays. You make it through Memorial Day, Labor Day. You make it through all the holidays. You make it through the tough times. You make it through a breakup, you get fired from your job, you get a new job, just all the different things that happen in life, and you make it through. And 30 days is the first milestone, then 90 days, then 6 months, then you make it to a year, and then you make it to 3 years, and then 5. I remember 5 years. When I celebrated 5 years, I remember everybody said, "Congratulations, you're no longer a newcomer." And so I was like, what are you talking about? I've been sober for 5 years. It's one day at a time, and it's going to take some time. It's always different, though. It's always different. There's no set period of time. What I know, though, is that rebuilding trust takes time. You don't just snap your fingers. You don't just get sober, and then all of a sudden everybody trusts you and your relationships are back. It's living the principles in all your affairs. It's showing up. It's following through with what you said you were going to do. It's having integrity. Those are the things that you got to continue doing. And then, and it's one day at a time. So you continue doing the next right thing one day at a time. Next thing you know, the trust is being rebuilt. It's going to take time, though.